I'm Johan Pajlestedt. I am CEO of Aero Game Studios and game director of Magicka. It's an action and adventure game set in a Norse-inspired fantasy world, a pretty generic one at that. We just took an old story, one that works with an evil old wizard that's the main antagonist that drives the story forward, and have a couple of good guys trying to defeat him in a pretty linear story with a couple of plot twists that are expected. Getting used to it, the fantasy world won't take long, and we also added some twists. There's a lot of satire in the game and a lot of dark humor, which we hopefully will find the players enjoying. My brother once described the game as it's like Diablo meets Guitar Hero. The most important key feature is the dynamic spellcasting system, where you can combine your spells freely. So, for example, combining two elements like fire and water creates a steam, and if you then combine that steam with an earth, then you get an earth projectile that, when it hits something, explodes in a steam cloud. Cooperative gameplay is one of the real things we want to focus on. We don't have any classes in the game, but people assume them anyways. Like, I'm the healer, I'm the fire mage, and so forth. Even though you could perfectly well cast water and ice and cold spells if you're a fire mage. Up to 4 players in local or online multiplayer. We have total friendly fire. There's no difference between an enemy and your fellow mate. A goblin taking a rock to the head dies as easily as a wizard taking a rock to the head. There are some classic RPG elements in the game, mostly the item system, although it's more of a power-up system where you collect, you can pick up a sword, like a fire sword. You have it until you die, and then it's gone. The only thing that persists between continues and sessions are magics, which are more powerful spells that you can collect. There's a spell a magic called Thunderbolt, which creates a really huge lightning that strikes from the sky at one single target. And in addition to that, there's yet another magic that's called Thunderstorm, which creates a rain cloud that creates several of these thunderbolts. So there are like steps of magnitude in these magics, which really create epic proportional spells, such as summoning volcanoes and creating blizzards. We have designed the game from the start to really focus on replayability. We want players to sit down with a couple of friends, play through the game in one evening if they're tenacious, but when they come back, there's a different experience waiting for them, and mostly depending on the campaign tree that we built, which allows you to take different paths through the story and generate several outcomes. Get your robes ready, it's gonna be awesome.